Evening, Jim.
Evening, Claudio.
Evening. Yeah, I believe you wanted to pay tribute to former Sky Blue legend Dudley Roberts, who sadly passed away recently.
Yes, I got the news last week that Dudley had passed away. He'd been poorly for quite a while. Dudley was the son of Ted Roberts, who was a prolific goal scorer for Coventry City just after the war. Exceptional in the air, his dad was, and Dudley followed in the family tradition. His strength was in the aerial side of the game. When he joined the club as a youngster, his father Ted was actually the coach of the club, head coach of the club under Billy Frith, and not long afterwards, Billy Frith got sacked and Ted got sacked alongside him. But Jimmy Hill stuck with Dudley, and very soon gave him his chance in the reserves. He played over about 5 or 6 seasons. He played over 100 reserve games for the club. He was originally a centre half, to be honest. Very, very powerful in the air. But he in 1965 6 season, they switched him to a striker, and he scored half a dozen goals in 10 reserve games, and they put him in the first team. I think George Hudson may have been injured, and Dudley got his chance, and he had a run of 8 games. He scored 2 goals on his home debut against Charlton. And then he scored in total, I think he scored 6 goals in 10 league starts, and 3 League Cup games. And then he got an injury. I don't think it was a serious injury, but he lost his place. And in the meantime, Jimmy Hill went out and bought Ray Pointer from Bury, and Ray Pointer took his place. The club also at that time had George Hudson, although he left a few months later, and Bobby Gould coming through as well. Him and Bobby actually played in the same youth team for Coventry City, alongside a couple of other guys who made the first team, Peter Denton and Pat Morrissey. So I said I think he made 14 appearances, including cup games that season. And then the following season, he struggled to get in because John Tudor had arrived, and he was the understudy to Bobby Gould. And Dudley only played 1 game. That was the tragic League Cup defeat to Brighton. And he was basically a regular in the reserves, playing either centre half or centre forward. And then after promotion, 67-8 season, he just got the 1 game. I'm pretty sure it was at Hillsborough in a 4-0 defeat. And Noel Cantwell arrived, and I don't think Dudley featured in his plans. And in February 68, he joined Mansfield, who were a 3rd division side at the time. And he became a legend at Mansfield. He was a prolific scorer. I think 70-odd goals in 200 games, or over 200 games. And a year after he left Coventry, he actually scored for Mansfield in a famous 3-0 FA Cup win over West Ham. He according to his Wikipedia page as well, he scored against Leeds the following year, the mighty Leeds, in an FA Cup game, but the goal was disallowed, and Leeds went on to win. And then he did the same thing against Liverpool in a 0-0 draw in the League Cup. Again, it was disallowed. So it was a bit unlucky, really. He then moved on. He had a bit of a loan spell with Doncaster before moving on to Scunthorpe, and his career winded down. He settled in the Mansfield area, and he came to a few Legends days, and he was an absolutely charming guy. The other interesting thing about him, he married Sky Blue Rose. I don't know if you remember Sky Blue Rose.
No,
She,
no, no.
right. Well, the club launched a special service in 1967 where fans could ring into a number, and a lady called Rose McNulty, who got the name Sky Blue Rose, had a recorded message giving you every day, giving you news from the club. You know, maybe transfer news, injury news, ticket news, or whatever. And I used to ring it every single day. I think it was probably a premium rate call, and my parents got a massive phone bill. But yes, Dudley married Rose, and they, as I said, they settled in Mansfield and had a family there. He came to Legends Day, and he was a very, very nice chap. So, rest in peace, Dudley.
Yes, rest in peace. Thank you for that, Jim. That was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.